What up, AOG fam? Say so G. Back with another topic, back with another video. So, I don't think I need to state the title. I'm pretty sure the title grabbed some attention. So let's get it right into it. So today, I was in a meeting and had some folks talking in the meeting. There's a lot of folks that was up there in that meeting, and essentially what they were saying was that if the government doesn't approve funding on the 14th, which is 2 days from now, it'll be a government shutdown, which I've seen a couple of times before when I was in the Army. And I think one time after I retired, I've seen one as well. So if anybody's been following me and have noticed and listened to what I say about my job, I work for a nonprofit here in DC, and the nonprofit is funded by a government agency. So what that means is that, of course, if a shutdown happens, then what'll happen is that the government agency that funds us will not receive funds, right? Everything will freeze. Hence, our money will freeze, right? So that means that they're not going to be able to pay us. So if that happens, then what'll happen is that they'll pick a select few people and will become furloughed. Because I think, and I'm not exactly sure, but I think there is some reserve money in my nonprofit, so it might be some critical essential folks that may be able to still be at the job. But for the most part, a lot of folks can get furloughed. Now, what do I mean by furloughed? So furlough pretty much means is that you are going to be put on unpaid leave, right? So basically, if the budget is not approved on Friday, then basically they're going to tell all the government workers, hey, pack your stuff up, don't do any work, and we'll see when we approve when Congress approves the funding again. And it's kind of crazy the way furlough works, because essentially you're not fired, you're just not working. You cannot work. It's legal for you to work, and depending on what kind of job you have in the government, you may not be allowed to work other jobs while you're being furloughed, right? So it's a difficult situation. I'm saying, like, I'm not saying that being fired is better because that means you really got to find a job. But like, you basically get put in a hold status. You really can't do anything until Congress decides to pass the budget and funds become unfrozen and you're able to be paid again. And another thing I want to emphasize is, while you're being furloughed and you're not being paid, let's say, Lord forbid this happens, but let's say the government furloughs for 90 days, right, for 3 months. Once you come back onto your job, you don't get back pay. So basically, the 3 months you lost pay, that's lost money. They're not going to pay that money back to you. The last time I remember a government shutdown happening, as far as when I was in the military, was when President Obama was in during the second term. And I think that shutdown happened maybe like for 15 days straight. And I remember it clearly because once, now mind you, being in uniform, being in the military, there's no such thing as furlough. So we weren't getting paid, but we still had to come to work. That makes any sense, right? I mean, that's a real thing. So when I got my paycheck, the very next pay period, actually it might have been the second pay period, I saw that it was a decrease in my income, right? So basically, the hours and the days I didn't work, the Army didn't pay me that for the 15 days. That was a big issue, because basically what they were saying is the whole paycheck, a whole 2 weeks was missing. And for a lot of folks, people missing one paycheck is an issue. It could be a huge issue, right? So yeah, I mean, it's a real thing. I kind of figured when this administration came in and I saw where they were doing like audits and all these other things, with me working for a nonprofit that's funded by a government agency, I kind of figured that I may get affected to a certain degree. I wasn't sure at which level, but the meeting I was in today definitely confirmed it. So it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not stressed. I'm not in a situation to where I'm catastrophizing and trying to panic and all these other things. And I could feel the tension, during the actual time that I was in that meeting, it was like, yo, a lot of folks is really, really, really concerned about what's going on. And rightfully so, right? Folks work because they have to, take care of themselves, take care of their families. A lot of folks not in a position to have their own businesses or even have the mindset to even do something like that, So a lot of folks survive off of these jobs. So to be furloughed is really crazy. And to be in a nonprofit and being furloughed is even more crazy because a nonprofit is not government. So that's why I said the situation is kind of sticky. We're not government workers, but we're funded by the government, if that makes any sense, right? So we still follow the same rules that they follow. So it's a crazy situation, it really is. I'm not too concerned about it. I'm really not. I believe personally that either they're going to extend the time to get this corrected in Congress to fund the government. That's what I think will probably happen is they're going to extend it, or they might pass the funding and everything is unfrozen and things about the normal. Who knows? It's a lot of things been going on in these last 30 days, right? When it comes to government workers and folks being laid off and fired, all the other things, whatever. So, you really don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's no guarantee of what's going to happen. But here's what I want to put out there when it comes to folks being furloughed, folks being fired, laid off, all these other things, right? And a lot of folks in the comments in my other videos have said this, and I've said this plenty of times, even before this stuff even happened. There's no way in the world you're gonna be able to navigate life, especially in this economy, without having more than one source of income. There's no way. Like I don't see it. Also, another thing I want to point out as well. So, for these military folks that may be furloughed, right? Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of folks in my position that are retired understands this. But I'm going to say this to give some context for it's like, how difficult it may be for us when it comes to being furloughed. So, when you're furloughed, a lot of times you're authorized to receive unemployment, right? Or apply for it. You have to get with your job and see exactly how that works. And if you're even eligible to even do that. There's some positions where you cannot do that. I'm not exactly sure as far as my job is concerned, but it's the thing with that. So because I'm retired, I get a retirement check, right? And what happens is, and don't quote me on this, is not financial advice, do your own research. Please do your own research. But the research that I've done over the past couple of years when it comes to unemployment is what they'll do is they'll offset what they're going to give me based off my retirement pay. And if your retirement pay is more than what the unemployment is going to give you, then basically you don't get it. They just deny you. So basically what they're saying is that, that my retirement is my unemployment, right? Because what happens is that when you become unemployed and you go and you file for unemployment, they're looking at it as if you don't have no income coming in at all, right? So they weigh a lot of things when it comes, like if you're unemployed, are you getting any other money from other sources? And if you are, that has to be factored in. So because I get a retirement check, I have to factor that in when I apply for unemployment. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm pretty sure that if I was to file for unemployment, my retirement check will offset the entire money that the unemployment would give me. So I'm not even gonna try. Like it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I have savings, I have assets. I'll be able to float. You know what I'm saying? I'll be okay. But I wanted make this video to get some encouragement to some folks, because putting yourself in a mind state to where like you're going to panic and not think straight, that's not doing yourself any good. That's not doing your family any good at all, right? Basically you're making yourself being useless, right? If I had to pivot and try to get another job, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? This is DC, y'all. I mean, like, I don't see any reason why I can't get another job very quickly, right? It may not be the pay that I want during that time, but I'm telling you, since I've been out the Army, and this year makes, let's see, what is this, 2025? This makes 7 years. It'll be 7 years in May that I've been out. And I'm telling you, ever since I've been out, I've been hustling, like straight up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did government contracting the whole time until last year when I got this current job now. But before then, government contracting is all about hustling. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, connections. It's all about, getting the most pay out of what you're going to do. Because contracting is very unstable, especially in the government. But you get paid a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? So the hustling part of me is like, man, I'm not concerned about it. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would say that I'm going to keep track of it and make sure that, that my family's taken care of. But as far as like me being in a mind state to where like I'm going to just fall out and be like, oh, woe is me. Nah, we don't do that. Men don't do that. Men just conquer and overcome. That's what we do. And I know for myself, I'm a hustler, yo. I'm a straight up hustler, you know what I'm saying? So I know I'm going to be okay. And I know my family's going to be okay too. But anyways, drop some comments below, let me know what y'all think. This is, I never thought this would happen, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So, you want to pray for me, that's fine too. I'm good to go, yo, you know what I'm saying? I really am. But if you do, I really appreciate it. I appreciate all y'all, love all y'all, right? So you want to discuss topical subject you think is beneficial to your channel, email me at acog757@gmail.com. My email address, description below. Say so G, signing out. I'm gone.